Okay, everyone, we are going to do our third installment of some practice final questions. We're going to look at a sinking fund question for annuity, and then we're going to start our set theory questions. So the first question I have for you is a sinking fund. Find the amount I need to put into an account monthly so that I have $100,000 in 25 years. The money earns only 3.5% interest. It's compounded monthly for those 25 years. The formula you're going to get off your formula sheet is the ordinary annuity formula here. I'm going to copy it down and you'll have your formula sheet on the final. S future value equals R, which is our regular payment. And we have a lot of in the parentheses here, 1 plus R over N, NT, minus 1 over R over N. Okay, if you remember for sinking fund questions, we're being given the future value, and this is what we're solving for. So let's put in the data that we have. We have $100,000. We have R, which we do not know. We have 1 plus our rate, 3.5%. We're going to slide that decimal twice over to get 0.035. That's over 12. Why 12? We're compounding this monthly, so 12 months in a year. Raised to the 12 times 25. And there's a minus 1 on the end of all of that. Divided by 0.035 over 12 on the bottom. Okay, I'm out of room on my paper, but let's see what we have here. What I want you to do is calculate the top of the fraction separate from the bottom of the fraction, then we'll divide those two numbers and get the one number that needs to go next to the R. So I'm going to try that now. I have a small calculator with me today. I'm going to try 1 plus 0.035 divided by 12. And all of that needs to be raised to a power, so I better get parentheses around this. I'm going to raise that to the what? Raise it to the 12 times 25. And then there's a minus 1 on the end. I don't want to forget that. I'm going to copy this down. 1.395822112. That's going to be divided by this number. So separately, I'm going to do 0.035 divided by 12. 0.00291666. I'm going to divide both of those numbers to see what goes next to the R. Okay, let's type this in. The 1.39 number divided by the 0.002 number, I'm getting next to the R is 478.57, let's say. And that multiplies the R and it's equal to 100,000. Last step is to solve for R. I'm out of room on my paper, but I'm going to divide both sides by 478.57 divided by 478.57. So on my calculator, 100,000 divided by 478.57. I should have carried more decimals, but we're carrying just 2 decimals. It looks like my monthly payment is $208.96. So about 209 to answer that question. Okay, time for some set theory. In question 10 here on our review, S is a set of whole numbers, and I wrote 1 through 15. So I'm going to write these down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's my universal set. A is the multiples of 3. Should probably write that down. A is, let's see, 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 3 times 3, 3 times 4, 3 times 5, or up to 15. I'm not going to do 3 times 6. That's going to take me past 15, which was past the numbers in our set. And B are the numbers 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 11, and 12. Okay, let's talk about the symbols quickly. You'll need to remember for your final, this upside down U means intersect. What does intersect mean to do? Look for what they have in common. What do they both have in common? Does A, which has a 3, does B have a 3? It does, so that gets to be part of our answer. Does A, which have a 6, does B have a 6? Yes. A has a 9, does B have a 9? No. A has a 12, does B have a 12? Yes. A has a 15, does B have a 15? No. So that's our answer, simple as that. A prime, you need to remember this is not in A. All the numbers not in A. So what's not in A? Well, A has a 3, so 1 and 2 are not in A. How about 4 and 5? What about 6? A has 6, so I'm not going to write a 6 here. We're writing all the numbers that are not in here. So 7 and 8, got a 9. 10 and 11, that's got a 12. 13 and 14, that's got a 15, and we stop at 15. Moving right along, this symbol, the union, which would mean to put both together, put both in the same set. So everything in A is part of your answer. You could almost just write that down. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And everything in this set. Now this set means not B. So perhaps we should write out what's not B. Let's see. B was 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. What's not B? Well, it'd be 2. It would be 4. It would be 8, 9, and 10. 11 and 12 are there for B, so we're not going to write 11 and 12 here, but 13, 14, and 15. So this is the union. So I'm taking this answer and combining it with this answer. So additionally, I'm going to have a 2, a 4, an 8, a 10. I meant to say a 9, a 10, a 13, a 14, and a 15. And of course, we could take out, we have some, don't really need to write our numbers twice. So I've already got 9 here, so I probably didn't need to write it again. Anything else I doubled up on? The 15, I didn't have to write it twice. So that's it. If we put these in order, it'll go 2, 3, 4. I don't see a 5. 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. That would be it. Last one we're going to practice in this mini session is our Venn diagrams. Let's practice doing some shading. Remember, the prime means not an A. So, and the union means give both answers and whatever you've shaded is your answer. So we're going to shade both and leave it. We're not going to look for the overlap. This is more of the shading overlap over here. The intersection was an overlap. The union was just shade both and keep it. A prime means not an A. So here's everything outside of A. And then B, shade everything in B. Stop. So look at this. This is our answer. The answer is everything that's just got shaded. So I'm going to trace this out. Looks like everything on the outside shaded. And then everything inside the B got shaded. So the answer, this is here. Let's try the second picture. We're looking just for the overlap between not B. So here I'm shading outside of B and A. So I'm going to shade everything in A. Now for this, we want where did they overlap? So where do you see the blue and the pink both happening? It's only in this zone here. So that's what that answer looks like. It's just in that part of A. Okay, three sets. A intersect B. So what do A and B have in common? Intersect with C. So where does C, which is in pink, overlap with the blue that I shaded? Really, this is all three sets intersecting, right? A intersecting B intersecting C. So the right answer is just this middle zone. So that's kind of what you're looking for on that one. Last one we'll try today, A union B. What did that look like? Well, it was everything in A shaded, everything in B shaded. There's A union B. Now we're going to union that with everything not in C. So we're not looking for an overlap. This is not an intersect. This is a union. So now I'm going to shade everything outside of C. So the answer is anything that just got shaded, the blue and the pink. So if you want to redraw this again, I think my answer would be all of this and all of this. The only thing that's not part of the answer is that part inside C, but not inside A or B. Okay, I hope that helps. Study, and I'll post another video soon. Thank you.